Making sure everything looks good so far before I get knee deep into photoshopping and sketching. Okay, cool. Do my audio check. Sorry for the streamception here. Make sure everything looks good so far. Okay. Looks like we're good to go. On this page, well, this is the splash page, so it's technically 2 pages. But there's definitely some things I'm going to want to edit. Mostly to do with the background. Now, also because this is so big, I'm very limited on my layers. Also, how do you guys like the lighting? I'm messing around with a couple different things. From this perspective, it looks a lot better than before, but we shall see in the future where that takes me. I'm also looking into getting a green screen, which would be really fun. I'm super excited for that. Let's see here. So, like I was saying, I have limited layers, and because of that... Oh, hey, Corey, what's happening? Because of that, I got to be a little bit more cautious, especially with my editing here. So let's just rename this Pally. So that way, when I outline him, I can move him around. Hey, Corey, check it out. I made sure that the microphone was working this time. I'm learning. I'm getting better. Slowly but surely. Okay. Should probably, preemptively this time, bring up my source material so that I can double check my armor according to my cover. There we go. Have that at the ready. Well, let's get this thing started. Okay. Yes, I've made it work this time. I'm working on that. I also picked up a little cheap ring light that I found while out and about today. So the lighting's a little bit better. It will only get better. I mean, that's what I can afford at the moment, though. I'm going to be picking up my computer dock later this week. Just got to make sure that the bills don't screw me first. And then, I'll be well on my way. I got my new camera, so the next video will be fun to make. I'm not going to be using it for streaming, even though I can, mostly because the webcam function for Canons is in beta still, and it's just got some weird quirks to it. Like quirks, I have to use it with Google or something. I don't want to have to rely on the internet while I'm also relying on the internet for the stream. It just seems to be taking up extra bandwidth on this here laptop for no reason. Oh, God! What happened there? My Apple Pencil did not like that angle. Okay. I love streaming, working on things that I've already done a lot of the work in. It's just coloring, basically. Well, just inking and drawing things I've already drawn. It's nice. Now this is the rough bit of the splash page for page 2 and 3. A lot of it's good, but the layout's weird. And what did I screw up? Uh-oh. I broke something. What's broken? How did I lose it? Uh-oh. Let's fix that. Anyway, there's a lot of things I do have to fix on here. Okay, anyway, we gotta... As much as it sucks, I'm probably gonna have to start that over again. Oh, shit. No, let's not do that. OBS. Stop fighting with me. Oops. Having iPad problems. Maybe I have to reset my iPad. It's been a long time. All the random... No, what... I did not even click on that. Uh-oh. Okay. Technical difficulties much. Come on. Access my layers. You know you want to. Okay, that works. That works. That one's having trouble. Come on, layers. There we go. Oh yeah, well apparently I have to at least start that layer over. Whatever. Huh. Technical difficulties already, and I've only just begun. Okay, well, let's start that over. Wait, let me make sure everything's working here. Sorry for the weird zooming in and out. But I gotta... get this thing to listen to me here. Okay. Do this again. Corey, did you end up watching that new music video from Signal? Here, let me refresh, make sure everything's working right here, because I apparently funked something up. Decided that that's what I'm going to try to do if I can remember it while I'm on this channel, is just go with the Prince swearing, which is not swearing at all, just saying funk instead of a certain curse word. Which is going to be difficult, because I really like swearing. But down the line... yeah, if you get a chance, Corey, check it out. It's pretty funny. It is a fun project. Okay, so... my iPad is apparently mad at me for some reason. Okay. Let me fight these technical difficulties real quick, brother. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to shut down that. For now, this is going to be a little funky. So I think we're going to unplug, we're going to plug, we're going to put this back open. We're going to scroll down. We're going to open up the appropriate thing. We're going to see if this works. Let's try another test real quick. Edit shape arc. There we go. Okay, so now that we've got things actually listening to me, should be able to cruise through this. Oh yeah, I got to. I haven't started Umbrella Academy yet. I've heard good things. Just haven't went down that road yet. Sammy did. She seemed to like it. I still got to finish Doom Patrol. So that'll probably be the next show I focus on. I just haven't really had that much time for them TV shows. Okay. Yeah, I've been told from a lot of people that that I would like it. So I will have to give it a chance for sure. Yeah, Cameron, Doom Patrol is way better than I expected it to be. It was very silly, and I don't know why I wasn't expecting it to be funny. The trailers obviously show that, but it's way raunchier than I was expecting in a good way. Like, it's not like... It's not like the other CW shows where they're like more kid friendly. This is straight up like rated R, and it's pretty entertaining. Right off the bat, you basically will find out very quickly either you're gonna love it or you're gonna hate it, and the show doesn't like dilly dally to get you to that point. And I'm sorry I keep zooming in a whole bunch in here. I try not to do that, but I'm having a lot of lag issues with Procreate right now, which is not a good sign for my iPad, which is getting old. It's also not good. I can't afford a new one anytime soon. I am very poor when it comes to that, especially because I just bought a new camera. I gotta keep the wife happy with me. Yeah, no, it's worth it, especially if you have HBO Max already. If you don't, obviously you can do like the 10-day trial, and you'll binge through that real quick. I will say though that if you don't have HBO Max already, the thing that you should do if you're not needing some comedy in your life is watch The Watchmen. It's incredible, and I highly suggest it. It's one of the best things that I've seen in a long time. Yeah, no, Game of Thrones was doomed to fail, Cameron. I mean, everyone liked it for different reasons. There's far too many characters within it, and if you had a favorite character, you were gonna be disappointed because there were too many characters for them to focus on. Also, Marcus and McFeely have never actually worked on like done any writing for their own show. Everything that they had done up to that point was based solely off the books. So they had like, and they could tinker and change things around with the books for sure, but they never really created anything their own. So it's not surprising to me at all that the first time they tried to create something on their own that season, it just failed miserably. Arc. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. No, no, undo. But yeah, HBO's Watchmen is incredible. That's really worth watching. Um, Sorry, I got a message from people asking me for availability. I am unable to do that from home. Um, but HBO's Watchmen's really good. There's also, what is it? Dark Materials, which I've only watched some of so far, but it's really good for what I've seen. There's still a bunch of good HBO stuff. Just, I don't know. I fell off of the Game of Thrones wagon like halfway through season 2, though, so I can't really complain about Game of Thrones specifically. But HBO's Watchmen, incredible. And then obviously Doom Patrol is less of an HBO anything. It's a DC show, and HBO Max is a little different. Max is not focused on all of their high-end shows. Not the large budget ones, we'll put it that way. They're not bad. They're just not at the same budget. Yeah, no, that's exactly why the Star Wars trilogy. I'm so glad that got ripped from them. That specifically was because they signed a huge deal with Netflix. So Netflix is gonna have the $250 million hope that they can make something like the Game of Thrones and make it work. But yeah, they better hire a good writer. They need a someone who can help them tell a story. I'm not saying they can't direct. I'm just saying that the one time it came to the point where they had to create a portion of the story, it didn't work out well for them. So we shall see how that goes. Because clearly they're capable of directing. I'm just concerned about the creation portion of it. Yeah, the Watchmen movie will only somewhat help you in this show. It's a sequel to the comic book, which if you've never read the comic book, the ending is completely different from the movie. So I would just go online and check out that, or read the comic real quick. But it's the show is so good. Okay, so two finger undos are really, it could just be me actually, now that I'm thinking about it, which is really frustrating because I push undo a lot. But I'm also very warm in my office right now, and that could have everything to do with it. Screw it, we'll do this for now, and if I don't like the looks of it later, I can adjust it. I think that just the specific spot of my iPad that I keep trying to two finger touch is where the issue is, which is scary because yeah, see, because I'm having issues right here. Let's just check something real quick. Okay, well that seems to be working. It's just not touch. I'm going to have to reset my iPad at some point. Scary. I use this for work every single day. And the good news is regular iPads have gotten pretty cheap. Here, I got an idea. I'm just going to slide the iPad over this way just a little bit, so that way I am less likely to two-finger tap where it's not working. Not quite a real fix, so to speak, but it'll have to do. Okay, wait, I gotta look at the artwork. Make sure I'm doing everything the way I'm supposed to. 2. Yeah, it's just having weird issues over here. Should have probably played around with my iPad before starting a live stream. Make sure everything's going well. Also, worst case scenario, I can go steal Sammy's. It'll take me a minute to get the right artwork on there, but that is always an option. It's good to have 2 iPad Pros in the house, especially with the amount of work I've been doing lately on them. Really don't want to have to get another one though. I'm gonna blame it on it being like 6 years old. Yeah, no, right now, as far as my show watching goes, I am doing that thing that I occasionally do, which is I'm watching a bunch of procedural cop shows. Not because I'm like super into them, but I'm super into the storytelling aspect of them, of how these shows manage to write like hundreds of episodes off of very limiting material. And like it's not even just that, it's also how you write an episode that that you can like I guess tell a new story every time, but still keep anyone who's never seen the show involved. It's something that I've always been super intrigued in, and it's kind of like short form storytelling where like every single episode has to do a few different important things. You know, like every single episode needs to tell you who certain characters are, or have certain character tropes about each of the characters, so that people are in it constantly. I don't know, got kind of brought up to speed. Specifically, if I wanted to point out like one, like think of like Law and Order, like Ice-T's character. It gets kind of repetitive if you power and binge watch it, because like every 3 or 4 episodes, or every episode, they point out that he has, he'll say the same thing about certain like rapists when they're catching them or whatever, where he'll point out that he'll be like, oh, I fucking hate these people because of this, this, and this, and it's like a quick little couple lines of him talking about like his backstory of like why he got into that field. And it's just interesting though to kind of watch those shows and see how it's like smart storytelling. They've created these characters in such a way that it doesn't take much to consistently keep everyone who's never even seen the show before informed about everything you need to know. And I think that that's super cool. Right now I'm watching Numbers, and or kind of like, it's like my background show at the moment. And I'll refer to it as like, it seems like a bad version of Bones, and I don't know, I'm falling into it. Maybe it's just because I don't know the characters yet, but it's interesting. Like I said, it's just falling down the rabbit hole of procedural cop shows. I don't usually watch like Law and Order though. It's too depressing. I generally try to watch more of like Bones or something, where it's got almost like a cheesiness element to it that I don't know, helps me pay attention. Yeah, 22 seasons is insane. Think of it like that too. It's like 30 episodes a season almost too. I think there's like 20, 21 or 22. No, it's not 30. 21 or 22 episodes a season. It's so crazy to think that they've managed to keep that going for that long. And yeah, they've like changed their cast around every once in a while, but for the most part, it's the same people. Yeah, can't go wrong with that. Keeps me sane. Yeah, like I said, Law and Order specifically, I like SVU, but like I said, it's just sometimes it's too depressing, and these days I need me some positivity. Yeah, CSI I'm okay with to some degree. I will say that I watch Bones more than CSI, just out of I don't know, I like the characters a little bit more, and I'm very picky with CSI. I'll watch I'll watch Las Vegas, but I won't watch any of the other ones. That's just nuts. It's super cool that they're able to go, like you said, tell different stories that are essentially the same kind of thing, which is awesome. Like I said, short form storytelling. It impresses the hell out of me. There is something wrong with this chest plate, but I'm gonna just not care. I'll deal with it later. We'll fix it in post. Man, I keep making all these ugly lines. Yeah, man, I'm just not happy with any of this. Yeah, no, CSI Miami is by far where I draw the line. That just, no, I will not put myself in that position. New York I can watch like 4 or 5 episodes of, but even then, it's mostly just because in those 4 or 5 episodes I can be like, Lieutenant Dan, and it makes me laugh, and then I'm okay with it. But anything past that, I just end up missing everyone else from Las Vegas. And then obviously there's NCIS, which, I'll binge through that pretty quick. I've done that a fair few many times. Until the new stuff, the new like Netflix stuff, I can't do. I don't know. I don't really care for the new group. It's not bad. It's just I feel like it got too attached. It was one of those things where that show, I'm surprised it's still going. Yeah, the New York CSI New York is with the guy who plays Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump, and like I said, you can watch a few episodes, but it quickly hits that same sort of CSI Miami cheesiness pretty quickly. Like it gets a little excessive. It's definitely just the makers of CSI try really hard to duplicate Vegas. Not yet. I want to. I'm huge. Obviously, I love like Stranger Things and all those kinds of stories. So I've been told that Dark is very much in that same category. Hey, Harmony, what's happening? Got a whole bunch. I was a little worried that people weren't going to be able to hang out tonight just because of me jumping on so late. But I had a bunch of random things to do. I'm helping out a friend by making an awning kind of setup for him for a backdrop for his wedding. Had to do some errands for the doggo, who's sleeping right now, which is giving me some time to draw. Which is nice. I'm that only entices me more, Cameron. Now I really want to see it. I have heard interesting things, but mostly it's just been like oh, you like Stranger Things, you should watch Dark. And I was like, okay, but I feel like whenever people say that to me, especially involving Stranger Things, is Stranger Things is one of those shows that I truly feel like it was in a weird way made for me. It's everything I love about 80s horror thrillers. Like it is the exact type of storytelling that I absolutely love. I love all the characters, and it's really hard for me to like when other people compare things to it. The only thing that I personally compare to it in the same sort of way, and they're not at all the same, is the Insidious movies. I thoroughly love that. Like it's like trying to do 80s horror in a way that nobody really does anymore, and I absolutely love it. Yeah, this whole chest plate is really bothering me. It's okay though. Push through. Push through. Because I'll go through and edit it once I have the background actually edited. I want to watch Cursed really bad too. Obviously, I'm a huge Frank Miller fan, so I mean, I'm a comic book Frank Miller fan. I'm trying to. I do like the couple movies that he's been a part of, but I've heard that Cursed is. Well, I haven't heard anything about it yet. Yeah. James Wan is awesome, and he's producing the next Mortal Kombat, and I feel like he made the best choice, which was hiring a video game trailer director to direct the movie. And I'm so excited to finally watch a Mortal Kombat game with or movie with somebody who actually knows about video games and understands how they work. So hopefully it's balanced out. Mortal Kombat's really a hard story to tell anyway because you got way too many characters. Like you'd have to have somebody who already knows how to balance all of that. Hopefully, a guy who does the video game trailers can rock that for us. The cast that I've seen so far, I'm already into. They've won me over there. Okay, so as a random catch-up moment here, guys, it seems like the iPad is now listening to me, so that's good, especially for the recording aspect of things, because I do plan on making actual videos of all these streams once I get the comic book most of the way done. Like once all the inking's done, I'll do an inking video. I just haven't decided how much of the comic I'm going to show in those videos, mostly just because everyone that jumps on here with me and gets to see it in the stream, that's awesome. But I kind of feel like if I do decide to sell this comic, that I should probably, not make full-on videos of the entire thing. I mean, obviously there's no lettering here going on, so I don't have to worry about, like, spoilers or anything. But I do feel like, even for you guys, I'd like to keep some of it, like special. Just to keep things as fun as I can. Okay. Make sure that the doggo doesn't wake up. Whenever somebody walks into the building, I get concerned. Yeah, dubs. Speaking of, I'm normally against voiceover dubs when it comes to a lot of foreign movies. However, if you have Amazon Prime, you should watch the movie Furious. It's a Russian, like the best way I can describe it is it's not like a fantasy. It's like a Russian 300. And I stumbled upon it randomly. I clicked on it because I was just actually going through inking out these comics, and I wanted to have it was when I was doing the pencils, and I wanted like knights and stuff to like movies to kind of inspire me to keep working on it as I was going. And I found that movie Furious, which it's essentially just it's just 300, but it's like with a bunch of Russian soldiers and stuff, and it's super satisfying. It's visually awesome, and it is all dubbed, but it's actually really good dubbing. It's one of those magical things where it took me like 30 minutes of going like something is off. What is it? And then finally I looked it up and realized it was all supposed to be in Russian, and that threw me off. But that's a good sign. That means that they did a really good job of doing all the VOs. Yeah, I gotta love those the fun stumble upon. I would say like every, I don't know, like 2 or 3 weeks, I remind myself that I have Amazon Prime, and whenever that happens, it's always something silly. It's either some ridiculous cerebral horror movie that I watch, or that's not. Oh, this is not working. Or I'll go in and just pick out something that they've done as one of their originals, because they got a lot of good original stuff on there too. Kind of like Netflix is starting to bring their A game in that too. At least it feels like that. All them companies are finally coming into their own. Nope. Don't like that. Like that. Like that. I want to move things along here. I'm going a little slow. So let's hit up some of these smaller lines that I can go quickly with. I want to at least visually be able to detect what it is I need to fix. What is wrong with this splash page? I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but something's off. Yes, season 2 of The Boys. Did you hear that they've already announced season 3, which is awesome. Once again, proving that Amazon is. They're just at this point. They're just like, hey, we're gonna have to trust that every show we make is good. I keep on. The Boys season 1 is amazing, so I really enjoyed that. But season 2 hasn't even actually come out yet, and they're just like doubling down. Let's go for a third. Which Boys in general was made to be a TV show. The books are so good, so I'm not really surprised. Uh-oh, we got puppy noises. It's only been a half hour. He's got to let me chill for a while. Worst case scenario, I will have to leave for just a second, guys, but I'll be right back if that happens. We'll just put up a fancy waiting screen because I want to get a little bit more done than what I've accomplished so far. Okay. Yeah, with The Boys and specifically, I feel like they just nailed the casting of like every character in that. They were all awesome. I feel like, which from what I gathered, it's gonna happen, but I feel like they should just dive further into it's on Amazon, it's not rated, just go with the full ultra violence. I mean, come on, Preacher's been doing it for like 3 seasons now. Just do it. And from what I've gathered, that's what season 2 is gonna do. Okay. I don't know why. This erasure feels weird. Is it? Oh, haha! That's why. I've been using the wrong eraser this whole time. Hey, don't growl at me. I'm doing something. Sorry, the pup is imposing his displeasure with me doing things. I'm sure you guys will be hearing him shortly. Probably can hear him right now. Okay, so growling at me didn't work, so now you're just gonna be pathetic? I don't know why you got so vocal in the last couple of days here. Okay, guys, obviously that's going to get old really quickly to be in the background of this video, so I'm not going to be ending this video yet. I will be back. I'm just going to take the dog out real quick because he's clearly crying at me this whole time. So I'm going to take him out. Once I get back in, I'll be right back. So for now, enjoy the... well, unfortunately silent because I haven't figured out how to get audio through here just yet. I mean, I figured it out, but it's a whole thing. I'll get into that later. But for now, I will be putting in my waiting video. Check out my little animation. I'll be back, guys. See you in a few. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, he just had to go potty. Hopefully that keeps him good for at least another half hour here. On another news front, I got my new toy camera to play with. So I'll be doing that for new videos in the near future here. I did want to use it for streaming also, which technically I guess it can do, but it direct streams, and that's not what I'm looking for. I need something I can put into OBS. Who knows? Most of those cool things are for Windows right now. So I will be figuring that out as I go. I just want to, at the very least, get this character done up so I can move him around a little bit. Get the Paladin on there. Gotta look at his belt to make sure I'm doing it right. See, and this is why I should never draw up a really cool comic book cover before I actually work on the comic itself. Or, after I've already drawn up all the pencil lines for the comic itself. Because I just changed everything. Which is just a classic me. I already have it all planned out. What do? Change it all up. Last second. I feel like I gotta give little sound effects for everything I'm doing. That could get old though, so I will try not to do that regularly. Guys, I'm so close. I'm at, I think 84 followers right now. Almost there. I just want to get rid of the dumb numbers on my URL because it's like 15XLSS53. I just wanted to say TayTayTattoos at youtube.com. That would be awesome. Can't wait. Almost there. Very soon. Okay. Uh-oh. That I can't stop though, guys. There are going to be random puppy squeaks in the background. This is how he's going to get back at me. Because I think I've mentioned this on the stream several times, but the whole world revolves around Brady. And he wants everyone to know and punish you if it doesn't completely run around him. At least he punishes me about it all the time. He got so used to me being home 24/7 that when I'm not now, it just gets bad. Okay. Yeah, he is pretty adorable when he's not being a jerk. Brady, don't make me close the door. So I will. See, guys, the problem is, actually, he's doing it early tonight. Generally, he starts crying like this when it's around 11 o'clock because he feels like he should be allowed into the living room. And here's the thing, is it would buy me that necessary time to continue to work on this project. The problem is I can't trust him in there by himself. So, because he will 100% get into all my stuff.
I gotta be real cautious of that. Hey, Brady, I'm telling you, I will shut the door. If you want to be able to see me, you gotta be quiet. See, he got what he wanted, just for me to pay attention to him, because the whole world revolves around Brady. And if it doesn't, you're the one in trouble. Exactly. I still don't like that chest plate. But that's okay. We have to just ignore it. Keep working on this. Okay, guys, I'm gonna close the door real quick. Truth be told, I don't think that that's gonna work. But it's worth a try. We'll find out. But I hope that like I said, I just need at least another half hour. I feel like streaming for less than an hour is just silly. I wanted to stream earlier today, but it just wasn't in the cards. A bunch of other things going on. I had to make an awning, which the cool part is will be mine in the future. Yeah, he's sniffing underneath the door right now. But we shall see if it works for at least a little bit. Fortunately, my microphone picks up literally everything. The good news is I don't need any of that for the video down the line. That will all get sacrificed anyway. You probably still can hear him, but everything about this angle is... what was I thinking when I sketched this? Brady, you're fine. Go to sleep. Take a nap. I'll play with you in a minute. Gotta give me a half hour, bro. Sammy's been working all week. I can't wait until I get to do something like a stream without having to worry about the pupper. Someday, it will happen. If I'm lucky. Hey! No barking. What's up? I'm getting there. Got this, I'm not super happy with the armor still, but that's okay. The trick is to cover up most of it with things like swords. Okay. Uh, not in these pages, but it would be really fun to get a celestial stag in one as like an Easter egg in one of these short comics. That would be funny. Yeah, just to catch up the other people who aren't in my D&D campaign or my brother's D&D campaign. The Celestial Stag is our in-game fantasy version of Starbucks that we've coined together, and it's wonderful. It makes me laugh so hard. But I still do have to drop the logo for that, and there will be a logo for the new coffee campaign that me and my buddies are setting up. I'm super excited for that. Yeah, because that's what you do in a real D&D game. Is you start up your own coffee franchise just to spice things up a little bit. Yeah, true. I mean, this is like a beat up. I could at least make. That's what's gonna happen. You've nailed it. And honestly, this might be the page to do it on. I could put it like in the background, make like a sign or a flag or something for it. I think that would be great. Yeah. What's up, Hawes? Thank you. I was curious as to who I was chatting with. Everybody and their different names. See, I use the same name for everything all the time. But yes, a Celestial Stag would be wonderful to put in here, and you've officially, you've just added to the book. It's happening. Like the comic, it's short, but there's only like mostly these two panels and maybe like another one where there's like buildings in the background. But I can put it in two panels if I do it here, because I can put it on this building like right over here, and that would also be, I believe, this one. So that would be funny. It's happening. The Celestial Stag will make it into the comic. So when do you think that Jandier's ever going to end up back in Vaya? It would really be fun for you to show up sometime before we have to stop like the end of the world. I'm sure Jordan can come up with something to write you in. If you wait a few more levels, I'll be able to fast travel you in. Yeah, Community is wonderful. I am not going to lie, I didn't see it until recently, and it was mostly just because I fell in love with, obviously, Rick and Morty and everything else that Dan Harmon works on. If you get a chance, you should watch Harmon Quest, but it sucks because you have to, like, I think you have to watch it on, what is it, VRV, and that's a whole nother subscription, but you probably can do, like, a trial of it or whatever, but Harmon Quest is just him playing D&D with a couple people, except they don't roll dice. They don't have like any rules. It's just 3 or 4 comedians just telling jokes to each other while a DM kind of guides them through the story initially. And it's exactly what you want. It's just Dan Harmon showing you how good of a storyteller he is, and how he would use it in a game like D&D. He just uses a bunch of writing tricks. And Community is glorious. I love every bit of it. I powered through it that early on in the quarantine. Sammy started it and immediately made me have to power through and binge it. I introduced Sammy to Rick and Morty, and then she was the one who like searched out everything else by Dan Harmon. Other than Harmon Quest, that one was me. Mostly because Sammy doesn't see the point in adding another streaming service, and I don't either, but it was worth it just to watch all of it. Yeah, thank you. I'm also, I want to tell a couple of short stories of our campaign that's going on so far, because there's a couple of really cool things that some of the other players have been typing up, and I just feel like they're worthy of a short comic also. Plus, all of our characters are in desperate need of another upgrade for our minis, essentially. So, in the very near future, well, I say that I keep saying that. I just haven't found the time. There's been a whole lot of both the shop being crazy busy and me trying to keep this YouTube going. Streaming is definitely helping out with that a lot, though. Puppy, you're fine. He disagrees with me. Heck yes, we could make that work. I mean, especially right now where we're kind of in like a limbo state. We're gonna have probably like I would imagine a couple of weeks of our characters trying to figure stuff out. I mean, Xerxes definitely got a lot of stuff to figure out. Uh-oh. Once again. Need source material. Okay, this one's first. That one's over, that one's under. Brady, you're fine. I apologize to everybody for the whiny dog in the background. This is what I deal with everything that I do. That's why whenever I have to watch the doggo when I'm playing D&D, it's a constant state of me having to mute myself. Because the whole world revolves around Brady. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. Yeah, but you say never apologize for it, but if only you knew how many times I had to redo my voiceovers when I was doing my other videos. Because, man, I'd be like doing such a good job, and then the last freaking like minute, all of a sudden you'd hear the doggo. And I could leave that in there. I think I just need to make it a part of like the ongoing joke is that the dog is always in the videos, because that would probably just make my life easier if I just added him to it. As far as things go, it'd probably be the the easiest way out of that situation. Okay, so basically, here's where we stand. So I gotta finish the rest of it. I don't have to worry about the sword and the chest plate just yet, because, well, I mean, I might as well just do both of them. We'll get that out of the way. Okay. So once I have all of him figured out, then I can like adjust how I want him to go, because I think I want him to be a little bit further behind or bigger. I don't know yet exactly, but I want to be able to move it to find out. So I did that thing again. I've been noticing a lot lately that I've been drawing characters' faces all squinched in. I don't know why, but I've habitually been doing it lately. I end up having to adjust it. That's a little better. Anyway, I'm going to be fixing this up anyway. This is mostly just so I can edit that portion of the comic here. Okay. Let's see here. Now I can just hear him out crying at the door for no reason. Just took him out, so I know he doesn't have to go out. He's just trying to act pathetic. Because I'm not over there. Okay. Sad part is because I'm going to be editing and resizing this whole thing, I'm probably just going to have to re-ink it, all of it. Just because when you resize things in Procreate, sometimes, I mean, if you make it bigger, if you make it smaller, it doesn't really get noticeable. But if you make it bigger, it generally becomes more blurry, which is super frustrating. And it will probably end up doing that to me. So, that being said, I shouldn't be too precious. Oh, man. Why are those lines getting so bulky? Is that so, Brady? Hey, well, at least you seem to know your name now. That's good. Okay, so we at least got that going for us here. Hey, no barking. Connection. Should be fine, but it's saying I might be laggy. Apologize if that's going on for you guys. I still have not figured out a wired connection for my office yet. It will require a puppy proofing a 25-foot Ethernet cord, which is gonna prove to be a bit tricky as far as things go. And I don't know how Sammy will feel about me like setting it up on the roof or the ceiling, because that in my brain is the only way that makes sense plausibly. I don't think I can get her on board with that. I could try. Or I could just do it and apologize. That is always a good tactic that sometimes works. Okay. Alright, we're not going to worry about the holy symbol yet, and like I said, I'm probably going to have to make adjustments, so what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate the whole thing, just in case, and we're going to try out a couple of different positions. So, we want to keep that uniform. So if I make it bigger, I have to make everybody else bigger, so we don't want to do that just yet. I kind of like the idea of it being a little bit closer. Yeah, agreed. It sometimes works out. Yeah, so I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to make him a little bit bigger. I'm going to put him closer to the edge of the 2-page split, because then I can move the building and everything else over to the right a little bit, so I can move everything else over here just a slight bit, so it will close the gap on the side here, but then I can make all of those characters a little bit bigger also, because I also want to put a title card here. But we'll see. That's the part that I need to really work on. All of these panels on the bottom are pretty good. I do want to mess around with the angle of the fourth panel rather. Oh, Corey, you and your being all smart. I'm married now. I don't have anything to worry about. I don't know what you're talking about. I have an equal say now, don't I? He says, without any confidence whatsoever. I think that getting married removes all of those. I might be wrong. But, you know, I'll survive. I think that, because basically the trick with comics is you want to draw the eye where you want it to go. So if I have the title card right up here, and that's you're going to read it, you're going to pull your eye to the paladin, and then your eye would probably instantly get pulled over to these guys. The reason why I have this skull dude right here is because he should be probably a little higher. I should put his head like right here, and he should be facing down. So that way, basically, after your eye is drawn to the right-hand side of the page, his head facing this way should convince you to pull your eyes down here. Plus, also, once I add the actual speech of it, because the reason why your eye is going to go back here anyway is because I'm also going to have a speech bubble. Once again, I'm not going to be putting any of the speech bubbles in these conversations specifically, because I want to make things go. Yeah, I thought that you'd like that harmony. But it should tie everything in. I'm going to mess around a lot, though, with this actual like background. That's going to be the next thing. But anyway, the dog is still really grumpy with me. I'm glad that I got this started. I'm sorry. I wanted to have 2 streams today, but a bunch of things came up, and also formatting this 2-page thing on here when I only have a 8x11 scanner was very difficult. So I didn't get that going. Sorry. Yeah, I agree. Sarcasm text is always the thing. I've been fighting for that for years. It just needs to be italic. We need to have the ability to write things in italic in all social media, and text included. Just an option. And it should just say sarcasm across it. It would be glorious. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me for tonight. Obviously, I will be doing this again sometime in the week. I'm thinking that the next time I'll be available to... Actually, I believe it might even be Wednesday, because if I don't have D&D on Wednesday, then this would be a great way to go. I might still have the puppy to deal with, but that's okay. At the very least, I'll have Thursday. Thursday, I'm going to try to do another 2-day stream, or a 2-stream day, and try to just power through as much as I can. Once again, guys, thanks for everyone for joining me. It really means a lot. It's really getting me through these projects. I do wish that I could do what I normally like to do, which is just binge for 8 hours drawing something. And normally I probably could finish these in a night, even with the dog barking at me, if I was on my own. But it's way more fun to have a bunch of people following me on this experience, this journey, and helping me promote and push my YouTube channel. This is a passion project that I'm having way too much fun with, and I don't want it to slow down. I'm almost at that 100 subs. That should be... I'm hoping that I can get there pretty quick. I just need 14 more subscribers, I believe. 14 or 16? 16. I need 16 more subscribers. And then I get to have a custom URL, which means I get to finally fix that monstrosity of mass numbers and random letters, because it's really frustrating. Well, at least to me. I have a weird OCD with that kind of thing. So if you guys want to see more of these videos, obviously you can subscribe to me, and you can hit the notification bell, because that will automatically let you know whenever I am streaming things. So far I haven't heard of any problems with that happening. Just let me know, though. If you're having any issues, I can try to see what I can do to work on those things. But thank you guys for joining me, and I will be messaging pretty soon about whether or not when I'm going to be streaming next. It might even be tomorrow. It just depends on how the day goes. Anyway, good night, everybody. Thank you.